think we are up. Just gotta make sure that everything's in the right place, because, you know, it does like to do that sometimes, just mess things up. Right. Just thinking about it. Okay, right, all that's in the right place. Yep, and you are indeed first, Average Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, apologies, because apparently today I'm supposed to be doing the Voted stream at 9 according to my schedule, but problem is I was at work, so you know, work shifted my schedule a little bit, and I didn't realise that I put an error into the whole schedule video thing. So yeah, the schedule was wrong, and the Voted stream's actually tomorrow, not today. But today I am doing a stream here, which is FTD builds. So welcome to From the Depths. Welcome, welcome. With me, Iron Mark 3. Yes, convoluted intro achieved. I'm continuing what I did earlier this week, which is working on this Escort. So, because this thing was only partially finished, I did say I wanted to come back and finish it. And this is basically an intermission set from... right. This is an intermission from FTD Netta. So, you know. So it's a break, a building break. And that's what we're going to get this week. So, welcome to the stream, Jacko Joe, and you, Razzle. And welcome to you as well, Wellner. It doesn't beat your 17th century cargo ship. Well, depends on the comparison standard, doesn't it? First things first, though, let's see. And Wellner took exception last time to the state of the rear section of the ship, which is well within reason, actually. Hi, Damadok, welcome to the stream. Because this is not finished, and I did say at the time it wasn't finished, so yeah, you know. Okay, so I need that one there, that's fine. This bottom row has to stay where it is. Unless I'm going to do something about it. You know what? Let's just tear out let's tear out this base plate. I can modify that a little bit. But for now, because of knowing exactly how I want to arrange the propeller set, it is time to get it a bit better, because, you know, it's a wide open space. It's not great at all. So, let's see. This is going to be the back of the ship, roughly. Yes. And I was thinking, we got to have this part here, because this is where the propeller assembly is mounted for turning. I was thinking of extending it a little bit further, like this. Which actually means I need to move the entire thing out a little bit. 32. There we go. Maybe wedges. Yeah, that looks okay. Wedged out. And then we're going to mount the propeller blades in here. Seems quite reasonable, I think. See, this is the bottom of the ship. Actually, no, pull that back. So, pop in here. No, that's one too high. Pop there. Of course, we need the prop to go behind it, which is going to go like, well, there actually. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Sure. Right. Just throw that in there. Tear out the metal beam, at least for the moment. That's the lower assembly. Now we need to get the next assembly in. And the problem is, now we've got the conflicts going on. As I was thinking of last time, where it's kind of mixed up with the other turning. So I'm going to have to move these around and reconfigure the hull a little bit. So that's going to have to be a thing. Yay, I'm having to mess around with the hull already. Oh well. So that needs to go there. Yep. And that gives enough space to actually mount the next rack of propellers behind here. At least in theory. Still need to attach it all. So it's going to be there, put it there. And of course, because the middle is a little bit further back, the next rack's going to be there too. So there we go. And I'm going to put this next one on top, of course. So it needs to be, to fit in perfectly, it needs to be like that. So there we go. I've kind of pulled it back a little bit, but, you know, can't have everything, can you? And I've also enlarged the size as well, which is going to be a slight concern, but that's fine, because we actually had this big metal plate kind of effect going on. So it's better to have a bit of topography, I think is the appropriate term here, to just, you know, differentiate it a little bit. Of course, we can't do anything about this bit, because we've got no half beams, which would be quite nice to just slap into there, but we don't have one. So, pull that out. Let's get rid of those wedges again, because now I know what I'm trying to do with it. Hi, Linctius, welcome to the stream. Oh, you mean Metropolis Project Part 2, the one that went out yesterday? Is that the one you mean? No, let's not do that. Actually, we're going to have to do that, aren't we? No, that doesn't look right. I think just flat out steepening the slope drastically is what I need. I think. Where's the wedges? Wedges 2 meter, that's the same angle. Okay, so what happens if I do this? Yeah, that looks okay. Sure, that looks fine. That looks fine. Except the fact I need to expand this one as well. Of course I do. Right. We need a half angle there. And we need the other side, of course, to cover from the bottom. And then we've got a whole part which is messed up again. So looks like expand that is the only real option, isn't it? And go with flat out blocking. Yeah, that actually adds some a nice bit of layering to it, I think. Or at least I'm finding this interesting, at the least. Don't know about you guys. But if you're still here putting up with it, then I guess it can't be too bad. Actually, it's been fixed, Trekker Joe. It's stabilised now. So yeah, it actually works, believe it or not. I know it's very weird to say that, but it does actually work. So yeah. Okay, I need to expand that one. Right. Which means it needs to be like... Oh, it can't be because, yeah, that's right. Downslope, need downslope. Downslope needs to be there. Pull that one out, turn that into a square base. There we go. So that's once again adding some odd shaping to the bottom of the craft. One thing I can do right now, though, is I actually need to take this turret and modify it, seeing as we discovered last time, having it vertical oriented like it was is not actually very good, you know? So we need to modify this thing. Let's see. Copy clipboard. 690,444. Of course, the turret's not built for this, though. That's one of the problems. Goodbye, barrel. Right, to get this thing to turn, we actually need to use... I think it won't connect if I just do this, so... If I just slap in a fine piece on top, it won't connect. I actually need to use a split piece. Yeah, not connected. So I actually do need to use a split piece to get this into the place I want it to be. Yeah, I might as well use 3 split pieces actually to maintain its angling. Let's see. 2 gauge. I need some gauge splitters to go down the back of the turret. And then that connects there. Okay, that kept it all settings. Good. Right. That's what I was worried about for a moment there. And then we just rebuild the thing. So, mantle, bore evac, and then it was 8 meter. Yeah, that barely makes a difference actually. There we go, that's better. So yeah, that's going to be the new modified turret, which means I need to redesign the cap on it as well. It's never done, is it? Beam to it. Clicky click. Ramp it up. And there we go. Alright. Not too bad. And that should actually take care of the big problem we had with that turret during the previous testing. You know, as in, it had really restricted angle because of the 6-barrel configuration. So you had to get targets basically right on top of it before it could even attack them. So, not the best. Let's be honest. Definitely not the best. But that should be fixed though. Admittedly, the back of the turret's slightly vulnerable, but yeah, that can't be helped, that can it? Save over you. Yes, please. And then delete you. Because I want you to be pointing backwards. No, not that way. Like that. Or maybe I should have it racked forward like that. I don't know. Should I have it pointed forwards or backwards when it's not doing anything? I guess backwards is probably better. I mean, it's a fast track turret, so it'll turn around pretty quick. So there we go, just like that. It looks very aggressive though, I think. Very aggressive, just having these massive Gatling cannons sticking out on the back. Ah well. Right, back to what I was doing, which was this stuff here. Let's do a 3 then 1. That should be adequate, I think. Unless I delete the 3. Right, downslope 3. Then we'll downslope it 1 to close it off. And then we've got, of course, this entire section here, which is going to be the upper hull. Oh, apparently I didn't fill in the hull here, did I? Oh, wait, yeah, because I installed a bulkhead here, that's right. There we go, fill that in. It's going to be a 3-1-1. So that's going to be the back of the ship. It's looking kind of pointy. Yeah, it's kind of pointy, I think. Don't know if that's off-putting to anyone though. That it's a very pointy style ship. Yeah, it's different set of music again. But hopefully you're liking this a bit better than last time though, well done. At least the shaping of the boats. And hey, little mean, welcome back. No, that's not quite enough. Downslope 2. What am I doing? I am just building the back of my own personal escort craft. Basically, it's very odd compared to the rest of it, though. So you know. Oh, did I mess that up? I did, didn't I? Just a little bit, right? There we go. I mean, that's one of the things I actually heard straight back last time, that the back of the craft is absolutely rubbish. Well, not in those words, but it was the very first bit of feedback I got pretty much on this particular build. That the back of the ship shouldn't be done like that. So, you know, that's kind of why I'm being careful in rebuilding it, because I did say it wasn't finished at the time. Now the problem, of course, with this is I've moved the propellers forward, and they are now a lot less protected, let's be honest. They are very, very unprotected. So I really need to get this thing, like, armoured. Something like this. Actually, that removes the need for those, doesn't it? Or does it? I don't know. Yeah, it does. That does. Moves the need for those ones. Sorry, this is a lot of me just shaping things, isn't it? Really. Is that there? Oh well, at least I hope I'm winding up with something at least distinctive, so... Because I've got to keep this thing protected after all, so let's see. Music somewhat resembles FTL soundtrack. Yeah, I guess it does actually. It's chiptunes. What is it? It's actually from Super Mario RPG, believe it or not. So yeah. Well, actually, it's a remix of something from Super Mario RPG. I should probably say that, yeah. It's a remix, so... Okay, what about downslope 2? Where does that get me? Nowhere fast. Alright, it's going to have to be downslope 1, isn't it? Yeah, it is. To completely get that mixed in, it's going to have to be downslope 1 to get to here. More metal blocks like that. There we go. That is very odd rear end, that actually. But it's got a massive bank of propellers, and it's got some metal armouring on it, and it's very distinctively shaped, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of space in there too. So the question is, does it still work? Alan Walker versus Coldplay Him. What, you actually looked on OC Remix and found that one?
Receiving. Returning to formation now.
Seems pretty happy with that. Steaming off straight away at 26 meters per second.
Receiving, moving now.
Oh wait, I didn't fix the turning thrust, so the turning is a bit messed up. Ugh. Well, the thing is, I'm only playing remixes as the music from OC Remix, so that well, because it's not copyright. Well, the copyrights are just fine. Oh, thrust reverse, aren't you? Yes. Yes. I'll give you a bit of extra turning boost. Thrust reverse. I think that's the settings. Yes, that's the settings. Alright. Okay.
Receiving, moving now.
What's OC Remix? Basically, it's a website where people do free remixes of video game tunes. Well, they do it, and then you can play that stuff for free because it's not copyrighted and stuff like that. So I've been going there. When I started to put some music out on these streams and things, I started going there to get different songs to put on in the background, especially in From the Depths, because the FTD music is still so sporadic and most of the time it's not playing, so you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, this ship is definitely moving around just fine as it currently stands. it's just this massive plume of exhaust coming out the top of it, though. If it's on YouTube, that's not a guarantee. Because people put all sorts of music up on YouTube.
Receiving. Moving now.
Yep, that's working just fine. Okay, let's get back to dock and continue building it. Go on back. Okay, let's see. Weapon group 2 is the rear cannons. And what do they do? Yep, seems to be working okay. They angle up pretty far, actually. About 75 to 80 degrees. Yeah, 75 to 80 degrees on those. Not too bad. I need to restrict the firing angles on them. Oop. I'm accidentally controlling the heavy cannons. Oh dear. I didn't mean to take control of you guys, but hey, fire a salvo because we've got to test them, make sure they still work, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. We need to get the rear turrets with firing restrictions now because they can actually now bash their barrels into things and get stuck. No, I wanted the, yeah, there we go. The turret base. Enable that so we can see what we're doing. Right, what we got? Flip it because we've got a rear-mounted turret. I think about 10 degrees forward, right? And then 130? How much of an angle does that... Oh yeah, that would still be clear, yeah, 130. Just because it's really good doesn't mean it's copyrighted, so yeah. Yeah, that's why I honestly tell you guys what the music is when I've got going on, and exactly where I've got it as well. So you know it's come from OC Remix, and you know it's a remix done by someone on that site. And the exact song is actually, hang on. Da-da-da. Super Mario RPG remix by DJ DD and Gem Folking, a Tricky Labyrinth. Yeah, that's the full thing. So there you go. Anyway, 10 degrees and 130 degrees. So there you go. And 10. That should be about it. Okay, those guys should now be fully functional in the direction I want. So, yep, that one stopped right there. The other one continues to turn until it hits there. Perfect. And then the other one takes over, and yeah. All right, fire restrictions just fine. Yeah, on his own channel, so yeah, that would be copyrighted, yeah. If it's on his own channel and everything. Right, what are we lacking on this craft? We are lacking detection systems, we are lacking the anti-munition laser emission points. And we've got an AI card. Yeah, we've got the AI card. Just enable algorithm set. That's fine. Aim point, target prioritization. We don't have that set. Oh, we don't actually have the... yeah, so many good songs are just in use by someone else, so, you know. Alright. Just borrow the local weapon control into here. On this gun, you can only fire at 1 kilometer. So that's a short-range defensive gun. We are going to set it with a 3-meter beam there. Oh, 2 meter? Does that fit? That fits. Okay, so we need a 1 then. And a wireless connection. I think I should put this thing on button 2. No, let's leave it on 1 actually. Let's leave it on 1. We just need a failsafe because it is free to rotate in absolutely any direction. So it needs to be able to work out when it's about to hit something. Because it's also a bit of an odd turret too. So yeah, that should keep it safe and keep it from damaging its own ship. But yeah, that's kind of a tough subgun, basically. Not really meant to do much by itself because it's not very compact. It's mostly just armor plate which turns towards the opponent and then shoots it with a couple of rapid-fire machine guns. So that's basically all that does. Yeah. Let's see. Then we got the cram cannons, primary anti-ship armament, especially in the forward arc. But when it starts to broadside, only one of these turrets is actually operational. The other turret is free to shoot other things, so that's why my destroyer is like better at multi-target capability. So yeah. Okay, see you later then, Linctius. And then we've got the primary anti-air, which is again multiple weapon systems, rapid fire, small bore, advanced cannons, which they're just designed to shred things out of the air. Basically, that's what they're meant to do. Trekker Joe, the problem is then I'd be surging straight into the target because this thing is built to. It's pretty fast. It's actually faster than the other two designs I've got beside me for inspiration. By a good 25 to 30% faster than this one. And it leaves this one standing really because this one only does 9 meters a second. So, you know. Mine is pretty nippy. So that means it's going to be wavering in and out of broadside actually, I think. Something like that. Right. Anyway, first things first, let's get the anti-laser thing set. Did we actually put in the laser core, actually? Now that I think about it, I don't think we did. No, there's no laser core yet. Okay, we've got a 5,000 horsepower engine. I think the target was a 3,000 power core, which can go just right on top here. Let's actually sever that exhaust, so goodbye exhaust. It's just spewing fumes into the interior of the entire craft. Oh well. Then we've got the high explosive cram cannons there, so ideally we want the laser system to be about here. To avoid damage if the cram cannons get hit. Yeah, if it was working head on then it would be able to bring the second cannon to bear. Multi-purpose laser... That is clear, isn't it? 1, 2... Yeah, that should be clear of any kind of damage from the cram cannons going up. Should that happen. Should the worst happen. Then of course we... oh, actually put that there. Then we've got the coupler. Then we'll put the cavities into here. 300, 600, 700, 800, 2,400, 3,200 power. 3,200 power. Okay. No worries. And okay, see you later then, little mate. Plus 3 to 4 storage cavities. Yeah, I'm taking over the space which was going to be the cockpit. It's where it's basically where a lot of the computer stuff is. So, oh well. Right. Full storage cavity, and then I'm going to put a no, not a D-stab, a frequency doubler on the back as well, because missiles don't have much, but they do have a tiny bit of armor. So anything to boost the effect really is welcome. So do that. This should probably wind up with about 12 AP if I recall, or something like that. And the engine's just humming away happily underneath it, giving it the power to do that. Yep, that's absolutely fine. And the beam is, yeah, 12.5 AP, and it's charging. Ship needs more crams. Well, if we'd not put the laser and engine where we did, we could have actually installed a third cram cannon on this thing quite easily. No. 2 crams is basically what we got right now. So. I am thinking install... Oh, we need to make sure we've got decent coverage, so... I guess some there? And some back here. A surface-mounted gun. Well, we've still got the entire centre space left to do. We've got a ton of internal space, plenty for missiles and things. Our ammo reserves are not that great, because we may have 4,000 ammo. The crams actually barely zip it, but they don't have the internal reserves to maintain their rate of fire once they deplete it. 2 lamps on the inside, 1 rearwards, and 2 top ones. 1 to the front and back. Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually, Raz. Thing is, we've got to have them emerging from the hull just to have better coverage, which is one concern. So let's go ahead and put in energy weapon, energy. Right, here we go. Laser connectors. For the moment, at least. I kind of want to put it here, but then that leaves a lack of coverage towards the front, which I don't really want. I could just expand the hull underneath there. That'd be okay. Right. Let's put it there, and let's put one there as well, because that actually gets a bit of rear coverage too. So for that, then we need to put in that there, which needs to drop down 1 to get the transceiver connection. And I'm doing this without mirror mode, because of course I am. Right. Okay, that'll give the vital connections. That can go like that. Yeah, I've already done mirror, Raz. Actually, I can condense this. Let's take that out. Place that there. Get rid of that one. That'll do. And then we will have to put some extra connectors on the inside. That much is a given. So that's needed there. Yep, that is needed. Right. And then we're just going to put in the transceivers like that. That connects straight into those. Get straight to that. And that. So there you go. Those will run the entire length. Do that. Now the problem is I need one on the front. So that's going to be here, actually. No. There. Yeah, there. A bit further forward. Need a transceiver to get it through to that. Which is going to be... like that. That should now be connected. It is. Now the problem is now that I actually need to get some on the back. The problem is at the back is where we're going to have a surface-mounted gun. So, you know, slightly tricky. Welcome to the stream, 11 Bravo, by the by. So yes, hello. That outside / centre, please. Primary location for a non-aim point to hit. Oh, yeah, good point. The problem is that they're actually mounted right by the magazines and things as well, so, you know. I guess I should open that up. And... gonna have to be like that. Then 2 more transceivers like that with a connector, and that's right below the forward armor plating, so it's not going to have much protection there. But at least it's better than having it in the middle of the side. So yeah, there we go. So I can actually take out these connectors here. So that's fine. Now I need to actually find a way to get them into the back. And that means these ones are actually rendered different. These have a problem because they are actually facing straight into the silos of the rear weapons. So that's no longer a viable place. Shame, really. It would have been ideal there. Nice, neat, nice even coverage. I guess I could move it forward a little bit, put it there. Yeah, that's still decent. Alright. The problem is, of course, I've got to get it from here to a place. No, I need a connector. Just connector. There we go. Connector. Transceiver. Right. Then I need to get this up to that level. There we go. So yeah, there we go. That's going to connect into that one. That one then connects through into... No, actually, wait. Is that too... Oh. Whoops. Okay, so it's not actually connected. Alright. Because it's on the wrong level. Actually, let's buckle the hull upwards slightly there. Raise it just for this purpose. Yeah, let's raise the hull just for this. So there we go, that's going to get linked through. And of course mirror mode was off, because, yep. There we go, right, that's connected. And we still need one on the back, of course. want to drop it. But I need to drop it because otherwise this deck's going to have a laser beam running through it. Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to now need to patch this up. 3, 2, 2, right. Alright, so that's a bit of a weakening of the armour bulkheads, but we'll cope with that. But that now puts a laser beam coming out this way, which will connect straight to this area, where we can have another transceiver. So let's add that. This is our fine energy weapons again. There it is. Right. Transceiver, which will be placed there. Is that connected? Yep. And a beam 3. So there we go. We've got transceiver links for all of that now. Of course I did that. I mean, no, I didn't do anything. You didn't see me do anything. No, not at all. Got that one there, which needs a beam 3 to plug the gap. Click. There we go. Okay. There we go, all 6 nodes connected. Jolly good. Of course I need to adapt the hull to reflect the nodes now, so... Now, downslope 4. That's why I went around with a prefab actually, because I went around prefab because that prefab is already preset to a shorter range, so this is already set to a 100 meter range to help ensure laser efficiency on it. So there's no need to worry about that, already sorted. I guess I could just put, yeah, let's put lights on the underside as well. There we go. One laser EMS node underneath and one at about water level facing backwards. Well, the problem with that is I can't configure a water level one, at least not right now. I was talking to 11. Oh, right, okay. No worries. Now, the other thing, of course, is I need to patch that. The FCS there for messing around. Downslope 2. What even are you? Oh, you're a metal beam. Never mind. And one there. Then, of course, we've got to plug that gap as well, and the gap in the underlying plate. Put that there and there. Alright. There we go. So that laser AMS is now rigged up. Might as well just do that flat there, actually. There we go. Yeah, that's improving it, and we've got some pretty lights. So, yay! Improvements. So, let's see. Check laser AMS off the list. We have got rear propulsion sorted out as well. We don't have any detection gear yet, so that's something we need. And we also need the underwater lasers too. Which, oh, we also need to fix the exhaust as we've messed that up. I guess put it like that. Actually, how much how much? Yeah, I guess like that. There we go. Another. There's the underwater AMS, dead center. Though, as I said, we need to fix the exhaust since it doesn't work anymore. Oh, oh. Apparently I busted it anyway. Whoops. Didn't realise I'd done that. There we go, fixed that. Okay. And I guess just have it drop straight through here would probably be a good idea. 5-way pipe, straight out, down. Yeah, I know. As I did say, I don't have detection systems mounted yet, so yeah, that's still something. Pull pipes, that's what I wanted. There we go. Alright. New exhaust place underneath. Underside laser AMS. Let's get detection gear sorted out then. Right, detection. Problem is, of course, I've got a lot of stuff like... this craft is really built with smooth sides. It's supposed to be a smooth craft. So that kind of gets in the way of a lot of detection options, to be quite honest. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put them, really. I guess I can start with the 90-degree blocks. Those are pretty good. 90-degree sonar. Wait, you said passive sonar, didn't you? How come I don't put torpedoes on anything anymore? Wait, are you asking me that? Because honestly, I never really put torpedoes on things much. So, you know. Yeah, torpedoes was never really one of my go-to weapon systems. So I never really did it very much, but there is plenty of space in this craft for torpedo systems, so... I was thinking of actually adding torpedoes to as part of its weapons complement, or at least a multi-purpose missile. Yeah, I've not really added much since the cookie wagon, and even then I did it under protest, really. Hello Adamkaban, welcome to the stream. So was that a single block, or... yeah, that was actually. That's absolutely fine. That's connected. Then we need to add this one as well, which actually needs a replacement block. B3, okay, fixed. So there we go, we've now got passive underwater stuff to pick out on crafts. It's supposed to be connected to AI1, which is the primary AI, which is that one over there. You're channel 1, yes. You're channel 1, yep, you are... Oh wait, are you upside down? You are. Right, okay. Slight mistake there. There we go. Let's make small, fast boats, and yeah, you can pack a fair bit into them, can't you? But there we go. We've got at least that much into it. I don't like how the 90-degree camera is such a flat thing. I'd rather have it as a you know, if we had like a solid block version as well, I'd rather like to have that. but we don't, so yeah. I don't know, that maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine, that. Explosive damage is 3 times better underwater? Really? Or are you talking about the effect on the target? Where do I want to put this stuff? I don't want to mess up the exterior of the craft. I am thinking of actually mounting something in the nose. So, let's see. When we're actually going full speed, I kind of want to go to my default, which is like laser rangefinder for ranging and. Yeah, laser rangefinder and a gimbal track camera for picking things up, but you know, actually there's space for this stuff on the side of the craft. I can do it here. So we need another light in the middle, of course. So let's put that there, and then gimbal track camera. So we've got some basic detection gear. Good. Going somewhere. Wireless. So there we go, that's that. And we're going to grab the light block to go there. Of course, that's a hell of a weak point though. I mean, look at that, we've got detection gear just sitting out on the side of the craft, so yeah. So we need more detection points, of course. Place some sensors on the turrets. Wireless boost. Yeah. Oh, wireless boost will be enough to make it turn. All right. I'll leave those sensor towers out there though, because you know, why not? And every little helps. But yeah, okay. Sensors on the turrets. Now we've got the problem with the fact that the turrets are actually compact, not built for sensors. So. Okay, let's check. Let's have a look at this design then. Darn it. Got a little bit of space here, at least, so I could mount something in the base of this turret, I suppose. Or maybe. Downslope, and then at a 90-degree camera there, and a wireless which will go underneath it. Weakens the front arm of the turret, but gives it sensor capability at least for at least angular aiming. Yeah, that looks okay. Alright, let's do that to this one as well. No, not this one. This one. No. Yes, this one. Right. There we go, so that gives me some angling though. Still need to range it. Still need to range it. There's also the fact that the anti-aircraft guns as well need some stuff too. And I also need things like missile warners and stuff like that. And these guys have a, what, 90-degree cone, don't they? Or something like that. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck in the time where they were actually called missile warners, so yeah. That was before the days of gram cannons, though. I sound like an old geezer saying it like that. That was before the days of the gram cannons. You know, you didn't have these fancy shell explodey things in my day. Oh no, that that just sounds ridiculous. Whatever. I've also got them underneath as well, but that's not going to be too useful. That I actually need to have more in other directions. So. Yeah, I need more. I can actually slot one in here quite nicely. What about back here? Where can I fit one? Not there, that's going to weaken the turrets. Let's put one there. I guess I'm giving up on having a deck-mounted gun at the back here now, so... You know. Yeah, I think I've given up on that. Well, this is a faster ship, so towards the rear is actually fairly important as well. I was thinking of just using them here, like built into that. So that gives like a 45-degree angle behind me and upwards. So like that, which I think is decent-ish coverage. It won't accept. Well, yeah, that should be good. That actually, if I put those the right way around, like that's connected. That's connected. Right now, we are at 40,000 resources to build this thing. See, we've only got basic detection in a lot of stuff, and no, it doesn't have a name. We've got side-mounted detectors, we've got camera mounts on the cram cannons, so that can help. No space really for more on the actual cram turrets. They are that's all I'm going to put on those. But I need some kind of additional ranging stuff, and I also need guidance for the anti-aircraft munitions as well. So I should probably actually finish the hull. Might be an idea. So at least I know what I'm trying to work with. Let's get the mirror mode up. If I just go straight like this, because that will allow, I need that slope to stay there, because that will allow the anti-air turrets to fire almost directly forward. Yeah, but I also kind of want to build this thing as completely as I can, so, you know. It's like, I don't want to leave it partially done. Yeah, I guess that'll do. So I want this thing to be functional in all operations. Well, people watch my stuff, people don't watch my stuff. It just, I'm not gonna try and force you guys to watch my stuff. By the way, watch my stuff, or else. But you know, it's just something that happens. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. Thank you. reinforce that to double thick metal, because that is the armouring standard of this craft, at least. Gonna have to be 3 beams on across that. There we go. Right, so that's now reinforced on the top and the front. That's where the cannons are. Can you operate properly? Yep, you are fully capable and operational. Jolly good. What's that face for, Adam Command?
Turning off.
Oh, the rest of you turn off as well.
Turning off. Taking command. Gunnery enabled.
And it's shooting everything else. Yeah, of course it is. It's also shooting at it with the anti-aircraft gun as well. Mind you, it is only one target, so yeah, shouldn't be surprised it's doing that. See if it would actually send. Yeah, emojis are actually permitted in my stream chat, so yeah, they do show up. Oh, that's right above me.
Turning off.
Yeah, I think the anti-aircraft guns are kind of nice. Oh, the crap. I think I need to turn off reverse though, quite honestly. Because as soon as it goes in reverse, it just goes rear up like that and goes... And then starts to fall over. Yeah, disable reverse, definitely. Right. And now it's going... Yeah, now it's popping wheelies. And then it sinks in and becomes a submarine. Yeah, this thing's a bit weird. I think it's. And I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah, I've got to disable reverse to keep this darn thing steady, because otherwise it just goes all over the place. Alright, where's the AI core? AI core. Yeah, give me a second, damn doc, and I'll show you. Disable the reverse mode, yes. Let's see, enter broadside below 200 meters. 500 meters, leave broadside when above 500. Nominal broadside angle is practically head on. Let's say 25 degrees your broadside. Minimum broadside range is also set to 500. No, you know what, 400, let's be generous. There we go. So it should be turning back and forth. Depth requirements okay, that's fine. Alright, this should perform a bit better. Most importantly though, I've disabled the reverse on it. Anyway, the shell of the anti-aircraft guns is this thing here. So it's a Sabo solid stabilizer fin, bleed base, treble gunpowder. And it's a 90mm anti-aircraft cannon. So, well, Gatling actually. So it's that. So yeah, 15.9, 853 damage. Kind of a weakish shell, but it fires a lot of them. Because one of those guns is 444 rounds per minute, and there's 2 of them. So, yeah. That's nearly 900 rounds a minute of these things. very good against punching through lighter blocks. And then heavier blocks, it's just like pepper it until it gives up, basically. It's already got stabilizing hydrofoil assembly, Adam Kaban, in the nose here. That's what these things are, to help it stabilize. But that's also why it acted up so much when it went backwards, because it reversed the flow on these things. It's just not happy right now because it's trying to do that. So yeah. It's also got the powered stabilization assists underneath it on the sides to just help it. So yeah, that's why it's able to do it while still sitting still like this. So yeah, that's stuff like that. Give you another marauder.
Turning off.
Did I actually set the cram to max accuracy? I'm not sure I did. Oh, that was a bit of a serious explosion. Right. And yes, it does arc back enough for the second cannon to come into play. Excellent. That's what I was aiming for. And then it turns away as soon as it gets too close. Like that. And then as soon as it gets far enough away, it'll turn back again and go on another attack. So, yeah. Perfect. Or it'll just circle like that. And attack it with rapid fire miniguns. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's what the crams will be aiming for, yeah. But this thing doesn't actually have its AI sensor sets tuned yet either, so you know. Still, it does dish out quite a lot of damage quickly, as it is right now. I didn't actually intend those Gatlings to be anti-surface weapons, though. Must admit to that one. Oh well. Yeah, I've got to check those crams. Right, did I actually set you guys up? Check your... No, they are not being completely accurate. Right. Yeah, I thought they were flying a bit too much. There we go. Now that said, when it's moving away, it is actually angling so that it can't fire its crams. So that is a thing that's happening as well. But then it just turns back around. It's actually pretty good. It brings more and more weapons into it. Do I have the Pikeman downloaded in a somewhat recent version? I don't know. Depends on when you updated it. Why are they so lightly armoured? They're actually surrounded by double thick metal plating. And they are really small targets on top, and the gauge increase block is effectively like a metal block, so that increases its durability as well. They fire a very efficient shell though, it's like 6,000 explosive damage per shell. So, 3 to 4 days ago. Okay, I don't have that version. Okay, right. We've got movement, we've got all that jazz, we've got detection. We need shielding now, actually. How much power do we actually have available? 4,500 power. Yeah, no worries, yeah. I mean, that's one of the things I do, isn't it? I try to talk to people, at least where I can. Yeah, the ammo reserves will be completely depleted at this point. I need to increase the ammo reserve, and I need to add the shielding, as I said. Okay, when I'm turning, it drops to about 4k power. 3.2k... So I've actually got 800 spare power right now for shielding. So yeah, about 800 power. Okay, let's get this set up then. Again, I'm going to have to honeycomb this into the armor plating, which is not ideal. I think further forward and mount it like here. Yeah, I think in here is probably a good bet for sloped forward armor shielding like that. Okay, it stopped. Good. Okay. Azimuth should be the 101. Yep, there we go. Okay. About 18 degrees. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Alright. Range, I think increase range to 2.5. Then we can drop the height. Actually, the height needs to be pretty severe. I need the height of 17 at least, so yeah, 17. Okay, so that provides that. No, 1. Whoops. Oh, it's messed it up, right. Okay, and then we need some elevation angling, of course, as well. Like, I don't know. 15 degrees? Yeah, that looks okay. These will be exposed at the back, though. Right, what does 30 look like? Yeah, that provides decent coverage. Nothing at the very prow, but actually, you know what I should do? I should add shield colours. Yeah, that's much more visible. So that's like that. Copy that. Seems okay. Let's paste it like that. Azimuth needs the minus removed. Other than that, though, it is now a butterfly effect shield on the nose. So there we go. And the only thing it doesn't actually cover is the very tip. Like that, so that's a tiny exposed section there. How much clearance have I got? I've only actually got a little bit too much. I can pull this back a tiny bit. So let's put it set to 2.3. That still covers everything. All right, yeah, 2.3. That should be fine. Okay, right. Let's get this set up next then for, I think, here. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, so it needs to be here. Okay. So if I put it there, then I can actually stretch that to cover the entire side of the ship. Azimuth set to 0. There we go. That merges with that one. Increase the height of it to 20. There we go. And that covers the entire side of the ship like that. Yeah, that'll do. The range is absolutely fine, the angling is fine, it doesn't allow anything. Weapon barrels are going to stick out the shields, but they are the hard part to properly shield as well, but yeah. That looks pretty good. Oh, it's also 1 block higher as well, isn't it? So that's why it's sticking up slightly, but that's alright. Okay, the back of the ship. Back of the ship. I'm going to have to drop it by 2 to avoid interfering with the rear anti-missile sensors. So it's going to have to sit in the deck plating. So about, I think, here. So the shield colour there. Yep. This is going to be a relatively a much smaller shield, though. It doesn't need to be anything like as large. 10. Oops, no, 1. 0. We need to get azimuth back, though. About 22 degrees? No, 20 degrees. Minus 20. Almost there. Need to increase this width a little bit more. Width set to 15. Okay, that's okay. We need to drop the azimuth slightly to, I think 18 is going to be what we want, like that. There we go. And under the water, it again coats the entire side of the thing. Try hitting F3 and then move the mouse. Wait. Yeah, that does nothing. That's not doing anything at all. In fact, yeah, that's not done anything at all. So there we go. So yeah, that's full side shielding, at least. We also need top. We need yeah, we need top. We need dorsal shielding, and we need rear-mounted shielding. So as well, because since this craft likes to turn its rear end towards the opponents, but it's just inviting a bit of retaliation. So it does need it needs added defense on the back. So it needs a rear-mounted shield, which I think is going to be this one actually. Mounted there. That is maybe a 7. And then it's going to be an elevated one like that. 22. Yep. Okay. Drop the range. A bit more. More height. Max out the height. No, that was the elevation I just maxed out. Whoops. Okay. 20 degrees. I want the height maxed out to provide more rear coverage. Okay. How's that looking? Okay, we increase the angle slightly more. 25 degrees, 25 degree angle, provides complete coverage except for the tops of the rear turrets, which stick out of it, but that will cover the entire rear deck from incoming shots. So that's a good addition, I think. Now, of course, we should probably add in something for the lower down section as well, shouldn't we? I guess. So do we have the space for this? Yeah, we do actually. No, we don't. Hang on. We can't squeeze this into the engine assembly, unfortunately. No, they're only opaque right now, so that I can see what I'm doing with them and what the shape is. Then I'm going to turn the strength up and change the shield colouring so that they are not visible like this. Actually, should I bother with that? Should I bother protecting this section with the shielding? I don't know. I'm seriously tempted not to bother protecting this part, because it's going to be underwater and that's going to reduce impacts. And we've got rear anti-munitions lasers as well, which is going to help protect it. So, yeah, let's leave that exposed at least. Downside 4. And a beam 2. So there we go, that's hidden under that. Okay, that just leaves the dorsal plates, dorsal shielding to be installed. Problem is we don't have any good places to put said dorsal shield. Except in this section here. Yeah, it's going to have to be in this section here, isn't it? Because the alternative is mount it at the top, which is not going to be great. So... yeah, it's going to have to be mounted into this section here, so this section needs further modifying. I think here's the best place I can get away with it, about. Let's put it here, actually. What are you? You're just a metal block. Okay, take you out. Misc, shields. Give me a shield projector. Make sure it's face forward. Yes, then put that like that. And that. So that's that. Drop the range so it's a bit better. This one's going to be a longer range turret. Yeah, long range shield. So this is going to have a few issues. But it's not something that could really be avoided with the shape of the hull itself. It's going to have to be a shallow angle, isn't it? Yeah, drop it slightly further. 10 degrees? How are you looking? Yeah, that's looking okay. And the top of it, it leaves the tops of the cannons exposed again, but it continues to protect the hull, so yeah, I guess that's about what I want from it. It's going to be a fairly demanding shield though, that. Okay. And then lastly, of course, we need the final top-mounted one. Just to complete the topside protection. Which is going to have to be mounted here? I guess. Yeah, here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. And yeah, there we go. That's the craft shielding. It's got all-around shielding all over the darn place. So yeah, I think that looks okay. Got to be aware though that we've got to. Let's see. We are currently at 400 in terms of power. I think about 50 is currently being used. So let's get the set up. Right. Let's see. Shield projectors. Shield drive 2. The core adding underwater shield projectors as well. Alright. 5,400. 5,100. 4,800. That's taking 600 power, ramping up to a power 3. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be using strength 3 shields for this, because that's what our power budget allows for in terms of getting the shields up. Yeah, I'm using 600 on it now, but you've got to remember that I'm adding in the underwater shielding as well, so that gives me another 200 power to play with in terms of getting the shields in place. So I can use the remaining 200 to go away from me, mate. Thank you. Yeah. The remaining 200 power can be used for the underside shielding. Yeah, I was thinking of adding an additional stuff, yeah. Now then, ammo reserves are placed in this area, so yeah, the ammo reserves are, so I guess a shield here is going to be a useful thing. So set that there, and range 2.5? No, range 3 is going to be better. So there you go, we've got a second layer coming up, and right now she's at 57. And if I set it to height 15, then that provides a cover for the entire engine bay, AI bay, and a lot of other stuff. So now adding an extra layer of shielding under there is a good idea. So you know, it just helps protect the entire section, doesn't it? Besides, I had 200 power to spare, so strength 3 all over shielding pretty much is what we've got going on. Yeah, there we go. Absolute ton of shielding.
Receiving. Returning to formation now.
And yep, we have 3,171 power left over, which is just slightly a teensy bit less than what the laser AMS system uses. So, yeah, there we go. Full all-over shielding installed. The only weak point, really, is the rear engine assembly is not fully covered. So it might take a couple of hits at some point, but yeah, you know. Also, the nose isn't covered either, but that's just angled metal plate. So it can absorb a few impacts quite easily. I think that the nose is actually the most heavily armoured part